Похоже на почерк опять этого чертова шпиона Анджела. Должны мы с ним что-то сделать. Будь осторожен.
Я всегда осторожен, товарищ генерал. Бунин! Есть новость для вас, дорогой. Как вам понравится завтра быть в Цюрихе?
О, в Цюрихе? Что я буду делать в Цюрихе, совершенно не представляю.
Вы себя разбудите.
Насколько я помню, Цюрих не был проектом.
Это не проект, Бунин. Это обеспечение безопасности проекта.
Но ведь это вроде бы по вашей части. Я ведь только...
Ответственница проекта. Я требую вашей поддержки. Потому что Анджел вошел в компьютер центральную систему вчера ночью. Мы готовим капкан в Цюрихе, и вы его захлопнете.
Вы знаете, что я к вашим услугам. Товарищ генерал.
Хмаин, дорогой Бунин. После вас.
Moscow, now arriving, platform 34. The East-West Express from Moscow, now arriving, platform 34. Der Ost-West-Express von Moskau fährt Bahnsteig 34 ein. Der Ost-West-Express von Moskau fährt Bahnsteig 34 ein.
Da, wo ist der Zug? Also los jetzt! Na, mach schon!
Sehr dreckig, sehr dreckig.
Oh, was Besonderes. Aber schön dreckig bist du. Genau, schönes Fräulein. Ja, also du geh ans andere Ende.
Schön.
Ihr macht ruhig weiter. Ich komme nochmal zurück.
Ja.
Pardon, madame.
Achtung, der Transferexpress fährt nach Zürich.
Ich frag mir noch. Und bei mir.
Schaffner! Herr Schaffner!
Was ist denn das? Was wollt ihr von mir? Ah!
You put something in the Moscow wagon lead. Where?
Nothing. Let's take him.
I've nothing. No money. I'm poor.
Move. Move!
That's enough, Neckerman. That's enough. Neckerman, lose the car. John, hang in here and see if anyone comes looking for these Kremlin hotshots.
Right, dear boy.
Warte mal, ich kaufe jetzt Zeit.
Airport, please.
Jawohl, madame.
You're 7 minutes late, Harry.
Traffic.
Let me patch this in and get it decoded, and then we'll talk, huh?
Elsa.
Hello, Harry.
I thought you two might be happy to see each other. You know, kiss and make up. Oh, we're working the same circuit again, huh? So what's it going to be this time? Friendship?
No thanks.
And what do you suggest? Something like a more reasonable relationship?
That's what we have now, Harry.
I don't understand.
We have nothing at all.
Ready to hear playback.
This is Angelo. Tape 15. The last tape I'm sending you. Our next contact will be of a more personal nature. Friday next, Milan. La Scala Opera House. Midday tour.
That's only 3 days from now.
If you have been correctly analyzing recent intelligence, then you must be aware of our little disagreements here in Moscow that have been taking place.
Sounds like the
these past
Angelo
months.
faction is losing ground to the Hawks.
Yes, but how much ground?
Unfortunately, the militarist hardline is prevailing. If unchecked, this could only lead to disaster. Project Winter Harvest has been reactivated under the direction of Colonel Nikolai Bunin. Agents throughout Europe will be equipped with the weapons for possible activation in the event of crisis.
He's talking about biological warfare.
I thought Winter Harvest was buried.
Not if Bunin's involved. Well, let's hear the rest of the tape.
My knowledge of the details of the plan is incomplete. However, Bunin's is not. And I'm coming out before it is too late. The colonel is presently in Zurich. If Winter Harvest is not stopped now, we shall all pay the consequences. See you at the opera.
Fascinating. I fail to see where I fit into all of this.
Initially, we brought you into the operation to take over security for the Angelo connection.
I know that.
Now, I've got to keep you aboard to protect Angelo.
Elsa?
Elsa? She's been Angelo's primary contact. Now, look, Harry, Angelo is big, and we don't want to lose him. Now, you heard the tape.
I heard the tape. Kind of short notice, isn't it? See you at the opera.
Now let me show you my favorite composer. He was born in a small village. Very poor, but he had such a musical talent that was unsurpassed.
It's late, Matt. There's no sign of anybody.
Yeah, and we don't even know who we're looking for.
But the family and the village recognize his exceptional musical talent. That's why he was sent to Milan to study in the conservatory. See? Giuseppe Verdi. He was able with his music to capture the soul of the Milanese and the Italian people. And that was before the independence. Now, let me show you the auditorium. Here they are rehearsing Nabucco, the opera by Verdi.
Angelo here.
This is crazy, not you.
Yes, it is me. Move.
Let's go.
Come on, let's move.
Thank you.
Molinari's here. Let's move it.
Second chair. There is a green Mercedes following us with 3 men inside. We try to take them out. We're ready.
Better use the bells.
Pleased to meet you, Miss Lang. Our snapshots and our film clips of her do not do her justice. This is one of your safe houses I didn't know about.
Well, if you had, it wouldn't be.
They'll know about it tonight.
You'll be gone by then.
Where to?
The promised land.
Too soon. I'm not ready to go yet.
General, before we discuss your plans or our plans, I think it's important that you provide us with the names and locations of all secret agents and operations you have any knowledge of. It's for your safety as well as ours.
No. Wrong time, wrong place. Thank you. You see, Angelo has an agreement with Washington, see cassette number 2, that I am not to be debriefed until I arrive safely in the United States. Mr. Haller, I want Colonel Wargrave in entire charge of these proceedings until further notice.
It's perfectly all right with me. But I will have to check with Washington. After all, General, you are the third most powerful man in the Soviet Union.
Oh, no, sir. I am the first most powerful man in the Soviet Union, now that I have left it.
I could bury you in a missile site.
No good. We have to give them a chance. We have to let Bunin have a chance to kill me. Because you see, Colonel, if we get Bunin, we stop Project Winter Harvest.
How long?
Till I say enough.
There are two messages here, Rudy. One, Milan failed.
I didn't know that there was anything going on in Milan.
Well, I did. You see, General Marenkov has defected. Save your surprise for another time, Rudy. That's what you call a friend. There's a second message I'm afraid you won't like either. This is your authorization from Marshal Pratchko to turn over to me the entire clandestine military intelligence setup under your control in Europe.
They're in deep reserve in case of war.
I know that.
Be my chief concern. My sole responsibility. It's taken years to set them up.
Listen. Marenkov knows too much. We are no longer involved in an ordinary intelligence operation. We are pretty close to a political crisis. My orders are to eliminate Marenkov at any cost. So therefore, I need the best, the most secret forces we have hidden here in Europe. They have been yours, and now they're mine. So, locate Marenkov in Milan. Alert all your first strike units in Switzerland and Italy on a war basis.
Would you like me to choose you a tie?
Yes, very much. Gentlemen? Well, Mr. Haller, how do you like me? Ordinary enough for you?
General Marenkov, what is your plan?
My plan is to force Bunin to destroy himself by trying to destroy me.
How?
That's where I need your help.
I do have a little proposal. We take the Atlantic Express from Milan, by way of Zurich, Basel, Germany, Belgium, Rotterdam, Amsterdam.
First class, no doubt.
Right.
Harry, the train. You really think it's worth the risk?
We don't know. For us, he's just a piece of luggage to be delivered safely to Washington for them to unpack. But we'll use him to flush out Bunin's whole secret military intelligence operations in Europe. People they've had buried for 20 years. Agents held in deep reserve for potential all-out war. Now they're gonna have to try everything and everybody to get him. And we clean him out, if we survive.
She took me to St. Petersburg, where both her brothers lived. And when she took me home again, till life is hard to bear.
Attention, Atlantic Express now boarding on platform 12. Atlantic Express.
Un momento, non si può passare.
Come non si può passare? Devo portare i bagagli ai clienti, ci stanno aspettando. Beh, no, non si può, allora io...
Dietro.
Il treno parte alle 6. Carabinieri, per favore, ma scusi, guarda che noi facciamo da solo.
Attenzione, i passeggeri dell'Atlantic Express sono pregati. I passeggeri della linea imbarcata
Elsa, I've got some bad news. It's about Harry. Why? They shot him, leaving the elevator with the baggage. Sniper. Harry's dead. Elsa, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for you and Harry. I'm sorry for all of us.
Wargrave is reported dead.
Who gave the orders to shoot him?
I didn't. I don't know. Perhaps Moscow?
I am Moscow. I didn't give such orders.
We are not his only enemies.
Well, try to find out who killed him.
We are trying hard, Comrade Colonel.
Yes. Send her out, please.
But why did Mannix defect? Why would he?
How should I know? How should I know what's going on in a man like this? I don't understand it either, but...
You see, reasons before the fact are predictions. And reasons after the fact are what astronomers call noise. Sounds that don't signify. We know he has done it. Let's undo it. Wait.
Nikolai.
Olga, so good to see you. Everything all right?
Perfect.
Wonderful. Let me see it. Oh, good. This is excellent. We have all the information we need. Mannix is on the train, Rudy. And a half a dozen carabinieri.
It will take a special operations attack.
That we have. Here are the numbers, the names, and the codes. Call them. Call Lugano. Strike operative. And alert our Andermatt team to be ready for a backup operation. Come, let's have some tea. This smoking is just killing me. You know, I was just thinking...
What?
I was just thinking I might have to get myself on that train. But the problem is, Mannix knows me too well.
Do we have someone on the train?
Yes. We have a mole in the last two cars and a mouse in one of the others.
Now entering Queensland, and your passport Non spingete, non spingete. Preparati, non preparati a destra, prego, non spingete,
State ora entrando in Svizzera, preparati i vostri
a destra, i vostri passaporti, preparati i vostri passaporti.
General? Have you any interesting news for me, gentlemen?
No. Soviets haven't even announced your defection.
They're waiting to announce my death.
A bit premature.
Have you announced Colonel Wargrave's death?
Coffee?
No, thanks. Do you hate me? I didn't kill him. Excuse me.
Lots of snow in the mountains this year.
Plenty of snow on the ground, too. Unlike us, it goes where it pleases.
What about some coffee?
Yeah, yeah. Coffee?
Despite the snow, it's on time. The Atlantic is 5 minutes behind.
You hungry?
No. Bored. Sit down, Elsa. Please.
We have nothing to talk about.
Yes, we can talk about you. About Wargrave. How you met.
Could be one of your more amusing stories. An embassy party in Paris. So pleased with myself. Young, foreign correspondent, woman.
And he fell in love with all three of you.
All two. Well, after a passionate week of flattery, we ended up at the usual restaurant, usual candlelight. And Elsa, eager to say yes to anything. And he leaned across the table and he took my hand and he said, "Could you drop off a little package for me in Yugoslavia?"
And that is how he recruited you.
Thanks.
But he loved you.
No. I loved him. You have a wife, don't you?
Yes, almost.
Tell me.
You like sad stories?
They're the ones I know.
After the war, I was a young officer in command of a remote region in White Russia. I fell in love with a young woman. Like you, she was a natural leader, and therefore, like me, a Communist Party member. They were always calling her away on emergencies. And I was stuck in this town, little more than a village ready just to ruin. But I loved her. I wanted to marry her. So, one day I said, it's now or never. The day before the wedding, another crisis. They called her away. She told me she would be back for the ceremony, no matter what. So, the guests are all gathered together. I am dressed in my best uniform. The band is playing, the bear is dancing, there's joy and laughter. Suddenly the telephone. It's a stranger's voice. There's been an accident. She has been driving too fast to get back to our wedding. She was dead. I told nobody. I held the entire ceremony without her, without the bride. I even danced with the bear.
I know you were married, General. And I know your wife committed suicide.
Call the Swiss at Lugano. Find out what the delay is on the line before Vera.
Lieutenant.
It was Joseph Stalin's last days. The nightmare days. Every night when I came home, my wife used to ask me, how many of your friends have you sent to prison today? She was not a party member. We had terrible fights. Every time I'd come home, she used to nag me. She used to shout, what kind of leaders are you who are afraid to be killed? Leaders who are afraid to die. Leaders must lead. I'd shout back. I used to shout, what do you know? What can I do? But you see, one night when I came home, she had killed herself.
And you waited all these years for revenge.
I had to have the patience to wait all these years for revenge.
Pulse 609. Signal 68 is red.
Anything?
There's an unauthorized stop signal on the track, Colonel Wargrave. And if we try to pass it, it cuts the power and the train will be stopped.
Then we'll be attacked. Prepare to defend the engine. Sound the red alert.
Leroy, John!
Get back inside and close the door.
Turn off those lights.
What's going on here? What's the matter?
Everybody in their compartments and stay on the floor. On the floor, everybody. On the floor.
I'm going to help Elsa.
From hella to Elsa! From hella to Elsa! John's coming to help you!
Okay, read you.
Elsa?
Wargrave!
Harry!
Where's John?
Oh, shoot, Harry, you tricky
Where's
bastard.
John?
He's in the back car with Elsa and Marenkov.
Harry! Harry!
Barenkov! Elsa! Elsa!
You?
Where's Barenkov?
I don't know where he is.
You were supposed to be with Barenkov. Barenkov! Barenkov, it's Wargrave!
I'm cold out here. Colder than Moscow. But too hot in that train.
Well, it'll be cooler now.
Trust any of us, huh? Had to play it all on your own.
Well, I had no choice. Only Colonel Molinari had no connection with the original group. If there was a mole among us, it had to be Haller, Leroy, John, Neckerman, or Elsa. So the Colonel arranged the sniping. I played the victim.
You suspected every one of us.
Why not?
You suspected me. You never suspected yourself, of course.
I always suspected him. When he told me before we left, if the train is attacked and stopped, get out and hide in the snow, I thought he wanted me to freeze to death.
But he didn't even tell me where you would be.
Relax, Colonel. We're still alive, aren't we?
Harry, I liked you better dead.
Signal Andermatt, tell him to go ahead with the operation on the Wasserhorn and then abandon everything in Zurich.
Oh, by the way, the real Golchak doesn't smoke.
What? Doesn't smoke?
Huh?
Oh, that'll kill me.
The weather is clearing around Biasca, Airolo, the St. Gotthard Canyon. Very bad on the other side of the mountain. Blizzards of hurricane force building.
Find out if the Davos weather station helicopter can survey the pass for us.
If the weather holds, I'm sure they'll try.
This is where I try my best shot if I was Booney. There's no way to protect the train here.
Atlantic, this is Davos Airmobile 1 on station. Now surveying your route. Stand by, Atlantic.
The helicopter is out. They'll give direct reports to us and check avalanche situations along the route.
It's uphill all the way from now on. All the way to Goshen. Oh, Elsa. Elsa. Sorry. I had to use you.
Don't feel bad, Harry. I only cried crocodile tears.
Atlantic, Davos 1. We have entered the pass. We'll attempt to overfly Wasserhorn summit and report conditions. Stand by, Atlantic.
We're getting the first reports from the Davos helicopter.
Speaking on the horn.
Atlantic, Davos 1 have sighted 2 skiers on Wasserhorn summit. Repeat, 2 men on summit.
I hear you, 2 skiers.
We are going in for a closer look. Avalanche. Atlantic, they have set up an avalanche. It's falling towards the village. Your only chance is the tunnel.
Elsa, get Haller and Leroy.
Engineer, we are in definite avalanche danger. Give me everything you've got, all speed.
You'll be safe if we can get to the tunnel.
I know about the tunnel, but can we get there in time?
Not at this speed.
What would happen if we lost a few cars?
About 3, maybe.
3? Good.
Take it, Nick. Elsa, get Marenkov up to the dining car.
Leroy, give me a couple of pounds of plastique and an automatic detonator. Molinari, have all the people move forward beyond the dining car. Haller, Then uncouple the last 3 cars so we can get some speed up the hill into the tunnel. Once there, we're safe.
Everybody out. This is an emergency. Everybody out. Take your luggage. Everybody out. Take on your hand luggage.
Come on.
Emergency. Take your hand luggage only.
Was ist denn leer?
Schnell! Everybody out. This is an emergency. Out, please.
explosion must have disconnected the battery system.
Yes, but we are still moving along. And in a moment, the grade begins to go down. And we'll be able to coast through the tunnel down to the next substation, where we automatically pick up power for the train again.
Harry, we have 2 more flashlights.
It's the first time you kissed me where half of it didn't belong to Uncle Sam.
That half was scared to death.
I don't like this world. An avalanche to kill Marenkov. One lousy Russian defective.
Elsa, I got you into this long before I loved you.
Professor Goldchuck.
Yes, sir, you have a reservation. 218, sir.
Thank you.
Here I am, Dr. Heinz Goldcheck, or Colonel Nikolai Bunin, or as you please.
Professor Heinz Goldchuck. I'm taking a chance of meeting you because by now your cover story is in danger.
I came for help.
Sit down, Geiger, sit down. For a change, listen to me. Your group, having pulled off an idiot attack to free some of your people awaiting trial in Hamburg, ended up killing 20 innocent onlookers, and are now holed up in a miserable hovel in the village, not knowing which way to turn.
But I have to help them. That's why I'm here.
I have a proposal to help. I offer you a clear deal. There's a Soviet freighter, the Maxim Gorky, off the coast of Rotterdam. Once aboard, you people will be free. The freighter is on its way to Angola, and as you know, you will be safe there.
They'd accept that. What do you want them to do?
What they always do, blow up something. I want the Atlantic Express destroyed. And I want it to be a full Geiger Group operation, in the Geiger uniform, with the black ski mask, the black windbreakers, the black boots, and the black pants. And no survivors on that train.
I'll need a guarantee of their escape route.
Naturally, so do I. I'll be on the train and on the Gorky.
I've got Colonel Scholten on the telephone. He'll take over for the Dutch when the Atlantic gets to Holland. He also warns that the German police reports the Geiger Group is somewhere in the village area. They're obviously waiting to cross into Holland.
Shelton, Wargrave here. Can you hear me? Then listen carefully. I want you to let the Geiger Group through. Yes, I know we're the probable target, but I want you to let them through. Have you got that? Right.
Express now arriving on track 16. Attention, l'Express Atlantique en Provenance sur la voie 16. Attention, avec très attention. Attenzione, espresso avanti. Disembarking passengers, proceed to your right. Disembarking passengers, proceed to your right. Transport passengers, proceed to your left. Transport passengers, proceed to your left. Zum Ausgang bitte rechts halten. Zum Ausgang bitte rechts halten. Umsteigende Passagiere, bitte nach links. Umsteigende Passagiere, bitte nach links.
Lost 3 cars in an avalanche. Replacing them.
Attention all passengers. Atlantic Express now boarding on. Now boarding on track 16. Achtung, Achtung. Passagiere für den Atlantic Express. Auf Bahnsteig 16 bitte einsteigen. Achtung, Achtung. Passagiere für den Atlantic Express. Auf Bahnsteig 16 bitte einsteigen.
It's all right, gentlemen. I know what it is. I carry a diplomatic passport, and as such, I don't have to submit to this, but as a courtesy to the Swiss government, I'm happy to.
Collecting books, are you?
Well, I'm selling them at an auction in
Selling them?
London.
Uh-huh. That's all right.
Thank you.
The Atlantic has left. Send a signal to Willich.
Why don't you get some sleep? It's quiet. Marinkoff's asleep. Dreaming up history. Leroy's up in the engine, ready for anything. Haller's writing a report about nothing. And I'm watching the story.
And I'm watching the night roll by.
Coffee.
What could Marinkoff want out of this for himself?
Better life for himself.
How do you know?
Who would? Don't forget, Elsa. He's a monster. With feelings.
That makes him human.
Welkom in de Nederlanden.
Schulten.
Paspoort alstublieft. Welcome to Holland. Have your passport ready?
Dalton. Good to see you.
Welcome to Holland. Have your passport ready, please.
Julian.
Haller. Schulten. Neckerman. Any news? Something new, something different. There's a Russian freighter, the Maxim Gorky. It's lying right outside our territorial waters, bobbing up and down like a piece of pork and going nowhere instead of to Angola.
They're picking up agents,
Trying to, I guess. But so have we.
Good.
Any sign of Bunin?
Yeah, nothing. I think I'm gonna check train security again myself. I'm gonna take it man for man.
I'll follow along, Haller. Coming, Harry?
Oh, no, I'm babysitting our teddy bear.
In the car, right behind the engine, the rear toilet, the welded piece next to the ceiling will come out. Inside are 4 grenades, 2 pistols, 1 submachine gun. Planned today in Milan by a man I had there, Philip John.
I cannot make my move until the Schulten group returns to the rear of the train.
They will by the time you have to start. You still have more than 20 kilometers to go. I'll join you up forward.
Danke.
Soon we won't have time. We'll be across the bridge and then Rotterdam.
There'll be plenty of time. Stay here.
Und fahren wir denn nicht weiter? Was essen? Ich hab Durst. Oh ja.
Give me one of those grenades.
We'll meet at the speedboat, huh?
Hello.
Hello. Stay still. This thing. Move. We're all dead. Come on. Turn around. Turn around!
If you shoot me, the grenades explode. We all die. Slow up the train. Stop it before the mast bridge. Or else I open my hands. Open that door. Wide! Stop it! Stop it! Go back!
Hey, take it easy. It's stopping.
Пошел!
It's Geiger.
He's dead.
Harry. Bunyan got away.
Not yet. What about the rest?
20 of them. Dead.
And Boonin's on his way to the Gorky, huh?
Now's our chance, Harry.
The chopper will catch him either.
Let's take advantage of it, Sheldon. We'll take the whole bunch and the freighter. Half the deep cover agents in Europe are on that boat.
That's war, Harry. You'll make it an international crisis.
What do you think this is?
Come on. It's just another Geiger Group attack on a Dutch train. Everybody's used to terrorism these
Harry,
days.
don't you understand? The terrorism is anybody's bomb until you take their masks off, until they're no longer anonymous.
So let's gather up the dead and put them to work. Raus! Schnell! Schnell! Öffnet die Tür! Öffnet!
Harry. Come on.
Just off the bow line. Joe, take over. I hope I can remember how to handle one of these things.
Датский торпедный катер с левого борта. Это не важно, мы в международных водах.
Это не датская береговая охрана. Это Гайга-группа. Они все-таки вышли.
Перехожу на малый ход.
Нет, нет, нам скажут спасибо, Сайхгибл.
По данным мне инструкции мы их подбираем.
Отменяю все это.
Специально приказ...
Отменяю все это.
Общая тревога. Вся команда на палубу.
По местам! Давай, давай, дальше! Спускай!
Topside, everybody, give me a hand.
Давай, канат!
All right, cover up. Fire!
Поправь налево. Есть лево руля. Полный вперед.
First prize.
Just received some intelligence from Moscow. With Bunin gone and Project Winter Harvest exposed, it seems the hawks in the Politburo are out of business.
And what did they say about General Marinkov?
Nothing. Just silence.
I'm sorry for him. He knows he can never go home. He's all alone with himself. What about us?
Maybe we should start working on them. She told me to say